Okay, this video is going to be regarding my packing for my North Carolina trip, fly fishing. I'm staying in Cherokee. I will be riding this little beast of burden here, the Himalayan 450. You can see the camping gear outside on the drive on tables there. I'm going to try to get all this gear, which we'll go through in a minute, onto this bad boy. So we've got 25-liter side bags by Rhino Walk on each side there. I've got the 6-liter front crash bar bags. This bag is my medical kit in there. There's not a lot of room in there because I've got medical kits on this side. I've got, on this side is more of a survival box. Various things, fire starters, blankets, saws, things you would need for survival. Tank bag, love the tank bag. This is it's not Rhino Walk. This is a rig gear tank bag that I have, waterproof, and it holds a number of things. We'll do a bike review later. And then I've got, of course, the Royal Enfield top box. And the other potential carriers I have, which would likely be for clothing, is the Viking. This is an older bag, a Viking kind of a roll bag here that sits on the seats. That one is not waterproof, but it does have a rain fly. I do like it. It's got some expanding capabilities. And then if I need it, I've got another 30-liter dry bag here. I'm not sure if I can get away with just one of these bags or if I'm going to need both sitting on the pillion area right there. It's going to be a lot of stuff. First backpacking trip, first moto camping trip. So let's see what I've got. Looks like this is the kitchen here. I've got this is just a cooler bag. Don't know if that's coming. We have a number of things potentially to bring. A little low profile cutting board. This dry bag has an MSR stove towel in there. There's an MSR fuel and of course a bunch of snacks and stuff. What else we have? Thermocell, because I don't know how the mosquitoes are up there. I do like these things by stacks. I got these at REI. These are cool. Some of the cooking I'm going to do. Hopefully I can buy a steak at the store near where I'm camping, which we'll talk about in a minute. Got some Tide, because you got to wash some clothes. What else we have? Dish soap and oil, cooking oil. So far I did a test on these stacks with that cooking oil right there. Laid it on a paper towel on sideways overnight. It did not leak, but this is my first time using these, and they're inexpensive, and they seem to work real well. I don't think they leak, but put them in a plastic bag just in case. A few snacks. All right, we got the filming gear. Most importantly, we got the bedroom, right? We got the tent, Kelty tent. I got a aluminum camp table and a camp chair. That camp chair I got off Amazon. It looks huge, but I think I'm going to want it. I'm going to want some sort of a chair. And of course I got a sleeping bag, Nemo pillow, and an X-Ped pad there. The purpose of this trip is really a couple fold. One, it's my first moto camping trip, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and figure it out. I know I've watched a lot of videos on it, and but I'm also fly fishing, and so this is more of a ride to camp and ride to fish trip. It's not a camp to ride. The focus, although the roads up in the North Carolina mountains up there are just amazing, and I'm sure I'll enjoy some riding too, but really I'm going to figure out this moto camping thing. I'm going to do some excellent fly fishing. The Native Americans in the Cherokee tribe are experts at raising trout, and there's some unique trout up there, and I've been a number of years, but never off a motorcycle, so we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it. So minimal fly fishing gear, got a fish pond chest pack, a net, a hat, of course. I'm hoping to eat some trout, so I've got a fillet knife there, and I am taking my oldie but goodie Orvis travel rod, and that's a 4-piece small rod, and there are some big trout up there, so but I can't take a giant rod on a motorcycle. At least I haven't tried it yet. I'm sure it can be done, and we'll see. Someday I might. But hopefully that'll fit in this. It's not a lot of weight-wise, it's just bulk. And that's the problem that you face on these motorcycle trips. All right, I will admit, for my first moto camping trip, I am going to this is not dispersed camping, I'm going to Indian Creek campground. It's about 15-20 minutes away from the river I want to fish. And because this is a practice, really, it's a learning curve that I have, I went ahead and got a tent site, but it's got electricity. And, you know, there's showers and stuff. So I'm probably be a little spoiled compared to some moto camping people, but for my first trip, that's how I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. Thought I was going solo, but I told a colleague about this trip who's been wanting to fly fish with me, and so he's gonna come up at some point and spend a night or 2 or 3 with me, and we're gonna do some fishing and just enjoy ourselves out in the mountains. It is a 3-night trip for me, so I didn't bring all the food. I'll have to buy some food when I get there. And, but I think I've got most of the stuff handled. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting. But the bike's running well. It's got a brand new fresh oil change I did, oil filter. So I think we're good to go. And yeah, so we'll do some updates as we go. So let's get outside and enjoy a wild ride. Okay, look at what we have here. Empty, just 2 rock straps. I did end up having to use the both bags, which you guys probably could have gathered that. This side pannier, passenger side here, tent chair camp table. I did get my sleep system in here and a sharp. Hopefully I can use that fillet knife on this trip. So I got my sleep here, tent over there. This is kind of a catch-all. My fly fishing bag was pretty heavy, and so that balances out some of their other side. The heavy stuff is on the low end of this bag and forward. Cooking utensils and cooking stove and so forth in there. This bag is already mounted. It has all of the clothes that I'm taking, which aren't very many. Really, three pairs of underwear, 3 socks, raincoat, a few shirts, and a hat or 2. So the rest of the stuff, the light stuff, is going to go in this 30-liter bag here, which will sit. You can just see what's in there, maybe just some clothing and stuff, not a whole lot. But that will sit on top, and I'm going to look ridiculous going down the road. It's a lot, but I think it's going to work. I'm going to do a test ride here in a minute and see how it feels before I leave in the morning. But essentially, I'm packed, ready to go. Believe it or not, the fly rod, I thought the fly rod and the net were going to have to be strapped to the motorcycle, but they actually fit in this 30-liter bag because it's wide. Now, this bike normally gets like, I don't know, anywhere from 60 to 80 miles per gallon, depending on how you're driving and so forth. But with this gear on it and this thing, it's probably going to act like a sail. So I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to be in the 50s, but that's okay. I've got about 4.5 gallons on this bike, and I'm not going too remote. I'll fill up in Pickens, and we'll get to Cherokee and get some gas if I need it there. So, all right, well, we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm looking forward to the trip tomorrow morning, and I'm going to do a practice run real quick, and we'll see how it goes. All right, here she is. Doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Loaded up for 3 days, 4 days really. I think that's doable. Got to handle the excess straps a little bit, but I think we're good. I'm excited, man, excited. Well, I'm packed up and ready to go. You guys saw what I packed. You saw what I had. Let me know. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Welcome any advice you have. Like you, I've watched the videos too, but when you're actually doing it, there are things you forget. There are things you probably will not need, and I'm sure I overpacked, but we'll certainly find out. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thanks for watching.